you are not actually taking steps to get the thing done. You are just preparing and keeping yourself busy to make it feel like you're doing things and like you're taking steps to accomplishing your goal, when you're actually not. You're just wasting time over preparing.
Welcome to the Mindset Gym podcast, where we exercise your way of thinking to help unlock your hidden potential. I'm your host, Emily Irwin, a registered nurse and holistic nutritionist with a passion for all things health, fitness, and personal development. All right, let's get into it.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Mindset Gym podcast. Welcome back to Car Talk. I'm having fun with this, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think this is going to become my favorite thing. Anyways, I hope you're having a good start to your day. I want to kick this discussion off with a little bit of a visual. So, I want you to imagine that there are two architects. Both architects have been tasked with building a bridge in their hometown. The first architect gets straight to work, starts building that bridge, comes across some roadblocks along the way, messes some things up and has to go back and redo them, but continues along the route, keeps building the bridge. Eventually, he's done. The entire bridge is finished. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, it's not a structural marvel, but it gets the job done. People can drive from A to B, it does what it's supposed to do. The second architect, he decides to build the most magnificent bridge you've ever seen in your life. And he spends years researching the best materials, researching the best structure, tracking down the best workers to build it, doing everything he can in order to make this the best bridge in the entire world. This architect works for decades on his design and tracking down all of the perfect things in order to make it just right. But after decades of research, before he's even able to break ground on this bridge, the architect passes away. So I want to ask you, who built the better bridge? Is it the architect who just got to work and started figuring things out and actually got the project done? Or is it the architect who spent decades trying to make it perfect, but never actually started? And I know, I'm sure somebody may be hearing that and thinking, well, someone could pick up this architect's designs and build that bridge, and then this second person may, have the better bridge. But we're not talking about that, okay? We're talking about in their lifetime, who built the better bridge? Who was it? It's the one who just got to work and did the thing. And that is the concept that I want to talk to you guys about today, is the fact that done is better than perfect. I think with any project that we take on, a lot of us have a tendency to want everything to be perfect. We want the timing to be just right. We want to have all the education. We want to have all the things. We want to have all our ducks in a row before we take the first step to doing this thing. What this really is, this is just procrastination by preparation. You are not actually taking steps to get the thing done. You are just preparing and keeping yourself busy to make it feel like you're doing things and like you're taking steps to accomplishing your goal, when you're actually not. You're just wasting time over preparing. The key to you creating anything, accomplishing any goal that you want to accomplish, is not perfect preparation. It's not having everything sorted out before you start. It's the willingness to start before you're ready. It's the willingness to just jump in head first and do what you can. Do what you're able to do with the skills that you currently have. A quote that I saw a long time ago that I don't know who said it, but I think I saw it on Instagram and I just really loved it because it resonated a lot with me. And the quote was, "Make it exist first, you can make it good later." And that's just it, right? You can't perfect something that doesn't exist. You can't improve upon something that you haven't done yet. You can prepare all you want and do all of the research and try and figure everything out, but you haven't actually created anything. You haven't actually gone anywhere. And so even though it feels really uncomfortable, even though it feels like we're just kind of bumbling through it and hoping for the best, that really is the key to having a better product down the line. No matter what it is you're doing, it has to exist first. It has to exist before you can build upon it. And that is the second part to this, is I think there can be a lot of fear around just jumping into something before you're ready. And doing what you can with what you have, because it feels as though whatever you create in that moment is the fixed thing, is the final product. And we're not ready to accept that that final product is what we're able to produce right now. We're not able to accept that what we're going to produce is not, up to snuff with what we want it to be, because we haven't done all the research, we haven't done all the preparation. But that's an important thing to remember, is that done is not a fixed thing. Just because you take the steps to do it and you create it and you make it exist, it doesn't mean that it is fixed in stone. It doesn't mean that whatever you have is what you're going to have forever, because now that it exists, now you can start tweaking. Now you can start chipping away at it. Now you can start figuring out what things you need to work on, because the best way to learn is not by researching and not about reading up on the thing you're trying to do. It's by actually doing it. You actually getting into the thick of what you're trying to do is the best way you're going to learn. It is the best way that you're going to uncover bumps in the road that you may not have anticipated ahead of time because you hadn't done it. There are going to be obstacles that you aren't even going to think about until you start doing the thing. And it's only then that you can start tweaking your approach and start adapting what you're doing to make that better. And that is how you get to that really great outcome down the line. It's not by having great amounts of research right out of the gate. It's by starting with good enough and tweaking it over time in order to make it great. And I think this goes along a similar line that we've talked about when it comes to confidence in previous episodes. We've talked about, building confidence and having confidence, and I think a lot of people have a similar misconception about this, is that, I'll start when I feel confident, I'll start when I feel ready. And the funny thing about that is you will never feel confident, you'll never feel ready if you don't start. Confidence is not a feeling, it is not an emotion, it's a skill set. It is something that you have to build on and improve upon. And those feelings are not going to come from you just researching the thing and never actually putting it into practice. Confidence comes from you doing the thing over and over again, failing at the thing, learning a little bit more, coming back a little bit better, and then stacking up this proof that you are capable of doing it. That is how you build confidence, because you have this repertoire of proof that it's something you can do. And so this similar notion goes with anything you're trying to accomplish. Done is better than perfect. You just starting, even if it's not great, even if it's not what you want it to be, even if you don't feel prepared, that's the first step. That's where you have to start in order to reach the end goal that you want to reach. This podcast is a great example of this. Did I feel 100% ready when I recorded and put out the first episode? No, absolutely not. I didn't have a whole lot of experience at all talking on camera, talking in depth about these types of topics, podcasting, how to edit a podcast, how to publish a podcast. All of it was all fairly new to me, and I didn't feel 100% prepared. I didn't feel perfect. It didn't feel the way I wanted it to. It was scary. It was unfamiliar. But I never would have gotten any better at it by just researching how to do it and by just, trying to find the perfect microphone and trying to find the perfect camera and setting up the perfect setup and, researching what other podcasters are doing and then making a perfect plan for how I'm going to break down every episode. I'm only going to get better at it by bumbling my way through it and, putting out an episode. Maybe it doesn't do so well. Maybe I don't really like the way that I sound on camera. Maybe I don't like the way that I explained a certain thing. Maybe I'm not a fan of the way that it was edited. Maybe it was overscripted. Maybe it was underscripted. But these are only things that I can find out by actually doing the thing and then evaluating and then tweaking and then trying again. You only improve by doing the thing. So that's my task for you this week. I want you to think of something that you are working towards accomplishing, something that you are wanting to do, that you have been procrastinating with preparation, that you have been doing all of the things to try and figure it out and do it perfectly, but you haven't actually taken any steps to start. And I want you to figure out what that first step is for you to actually get your hands in the dirt and start doing what you're wanting to do. And it doesn't have to be major. It doesn't have to be this big, huge step. You can start really small and start working your way up. I was listening to Layla Hormozi's podcast this morning, and she was talking about leaning into fear and using little experiences of easing yourself into the thing that you're afraid of in order to make it feel like in order to make it feel like less of a big deal. And she described something she did when she was in her early 20s doing a bikini competition, and she was really nervous at the concept of being in a bathing suit up on stage. And so in order to help build her confidence with that and build her comfort with that scary thing, she started out by taking photos of herself in her bikini and posting them on social media, and then worked her way up to doing posing practice in the bikini in a private room, and then doing posing practice in the bikini in a more public space. And so by the time she actually got on stage, she had built up more confidence and more competence in this thing because she actually went and practiced the thing. Now, alternatively, if she had just spent all of that time reading books on how to get over fear and how to not make this such a big deal and how to not have a panic attack on stage, she likely wouldn't have been as prepared as she was because she actually did the thing. She didn't just spend her time preparing to do the thing. She did the thing. She did the thing and she got a little bit better and she got a little bit more comfortable and she kept coming back and doing the thing and doing it a little bit better. And it's funny, I'm sitting here talking about practicing an actual skill. It's early, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm recording this episode and I'm sitting in a parking lot right now. And there's someone in front of me practicing soccer drills in the field. And so it's nice to be talking about a topic like this and actually see someone putting it into practice. Someone is actually putting in the work to be better at their craft. Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect, okay? I want you to remind yourself of that the next time you are wanting to do something and you don't feel like you're ready, you don't feel like you're confident, you don't feel like you're prepared, you don't feel like it's going to be any good. That is okay. Done is better than perfect. Okay? Make it exist first. You can make it good later. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next week.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. If you liked the episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review, or share the show with a friend. Your support helps the show reach even more incredible people just like you. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time at the Mindset Gym.